Hi, my name is Elizabeth Robledo, and I am going to tell you today why it is important to know your personal face shape when you go to a salon and decide that you want to change your haircut up a little bit. Um, in today's world, we all know how important physical appearance seems to be. Unfortunately, it is important, especially in a professional or a business setting, because how you present yourself ultimately is your first impression. And based on your first impression is how you can either gain clients or you lose clients. It is important to know that, we all are different, and the celebrity picture that you bring into the salon may or may not work for your face shape, and you need to understand why. And that there's also ways to customize the haircut that you would like so that it will work for yourself. In my opinion, from experiences that I've had, when you feel good about the way that you look, you have more confidence and you're more outgoing and you're more willing to try new things. So, in my opinion, it's pretty important that you like your haircut and that your haircut fits your face and makes you feel confident and makes you feel beautiful. So, let's get started. There are 4 main face shapes. We have round, which is what I have. My face is about as wide as it is long. The widest part of my face is right through here, through my temples and my cheekbones. I don't have a real distinctive jawline. It's pretty much a big circle. So I know that, and I'm okay with it. It's actually one of the most common face shapes. Well, it is the most common face shape in the world. So we have oval, which is the ideal face shape, the one that we all strive for, and the one that we see the most as far as runway models and supermodels and everybody that we hold on that pedestal of being, the most beautiful people. The oval face shape is a little bit longer in length, and it's more narrow. So, they have that ideal beauty, I guess. Then we have triangular and heart shape. And the heart shape is actually just an inverted triangle. It's the reverse of the triangle. With a triangular face shape, you're going to have a much more distinctive jawline. You're going to have a wider, lower portion of your face that will then narrow into your forehead. And then for the inverted triangle or the heart shape, you're going to have a wider forehead, a more broad upper portion of your head that will then taper down into usually not a pointed chin, but you'll have a more distinctive chin with less distinctive jaw. And then you have your square or rectangular face, which has a very broad jawline, a very distinctive angular jawline. Usually the chin is more minimized. You will also have a hairline that is less curved, like most of us have. It'll be more distinctive. And the width of your face will pretty much be the same from your forehead all the way down to your jawline. Beyond that, we have 3 main shapes of haircuts, and we have 3 weights for those haircuts. Now, every haircut is different, and we will customize, obviously, the 3 shapes into several different haircuts, and you can also interchange the weights throughout haircuts. The 3 main shapes of haircuts, you have round, which obviously would be shorter in the front and longer in the back. A lot of the face framing would be your round haircuts. I actually have a round haircut. It's kind of hard to tell with it being curled. You also have a square shaped haircut, which would be the same length here in the front as it is in the back. So it would be, if your hair was right here, it would be right here, same spot in the back. It's not as common anymore for this type of a haircut because everybody wants these, face framing layers and everything like that. But we'll get into that next. We also have a triangular haircut, which is very, very popular right now. Everybody seems to be getting it these days. It's the longer in the front to the shorter in the back. We also have the weights, and the different weights. We have a 1-length haircut, which would be no layers. It would be the blunt cut, very little movement in the haircut, so less people are actually opting for the one-length haircut these days. We also have layered, which has the most movement, which is the most common haircut. And we also have graduated, which would be more of your stacked haircuts where it kind of tapers up into the thickness. I guess you could describe it that way. The do's for a round face. Okay, so if our ideal goal is to lengthen our face, we don't want anything that is going to hit right here and draw emphasis to the widest part of our face. So like on my haircut, I have longer bangs, I guess you could say, so that they partially cover the widest part of my face, as well as I have body on the top of my head so that it will appear longer. We definitely would not want bangs because that would cut our hair right here, which would emphasize how wide the middle portion of our face is. You can have short hair when you have a round face. A lot of people think you can't. You can. The triangular haircut would be a great option for that because it would still give you enough hair to cover, if you should say, the widest part of your face, but also give you the short look that everybody wants. Also, for an oval face, since it is the ideal, you can pretty much do anything you want. Bangs are a great option. The straight across bangs are great. Swoopy bangs are great. You can part it down the middle, which you can't with a round face. That would accentuate the width again, so we part either side usually. With the oval face, you would not want to add a lot of body at the top because, once again, all that's going to do is lengthen it even more. So you could wear the really smooth haircuts. You could do the really short pixie cuts. You could pretty much have any length of short hair or long hair if you should so choose. For a triangular face, you are wanting to widen the upper portion of your face. So bangs, the straight across bangs would be a great option for you. You could also do anything that would add body through this portion of your hair. Right above like the temple region, you want to add body. So you could do a great chin length. You could do a really smooth style. You could do short stacked hair, but I would recommend that, you do anything that's going to add body through this general vicinity so that you can, once again, widen the upper portion of your face to match the lower portion. For a heart-shaped face, since it is wider at the top and it narrows into something smaller, you would not want to add any body up there. You would actually want to have a thicker version down here if you wanted short hair. Chin length would chin length, one length would be great because it would add that extra body at the bottom, but you wouldn't want to put layers in it and minimize the amount of hair you had at your chin because that would, once again, draw attention to what we're trying to widen. For a square or a rectangular face, you would want to add body right through the sides. Curling your hair is a great option for that because you really don't need to add any height at the top, but you need to widen your face to kind of curve it out a little bit. So side bangs are a great option for that because that would minimize cutting across the square shape, basically, at the top of your head. It would help to accentuate the smaller portion of your face and widen it out a little bit. Chin length hair is a definite you don't want to do because that, once again, is drawing your eyes straight to what you're trying to minimize. Also, you would not want to add a lot of body on top because that would still accentuate the fact that your face is all one width, but you have very distinctive corners, I guess. So in conclusion, I just want to point out that, we are all different and, what one person may find beautiful, another person may not. So it all comes down to your personal opinion. But when you go into a salon, it is great to know what your face shape is because it will help you explain to your stylist what you would like your hair to look like, how much time you spend on your hair, because, if you pick a specific cut that's going to take a lot of time for you to style to work for you, then you probably don't want to do it. But in a world where physical appearance is so important, knowing what will make you feel confident will help your self-confidence, which in turn obviously helps you be more successful in everything that you do because, well, you feel better about yourself. So I hope that helps you and that you can kind of, learn something today and get some self-confidence and try something new with your hair. Thank you.